Hello, I wanted to share an early prototype build of a game I'm creating called Kill Hard. It's a third-person cover shooter that's heavily influenced by 1990s action movies. And the goal and objective of this game is to, through iteration of play, make you feel like an action hero. So basically, what this game takes place inside of an infinitely tall high rise uh, with procedurally generated floors and procedurally generated enemy routes and everything like that. And so, and heavily relies on a mechanic called adrenaline, where based on your health, you can slow down time in order to make precision shots. Um, it is a minimal game, minimal experience on purpose, and that's because I wanted to make sure that the focus is on the player actually being a hero and not on things like inventory and such. So I'm going to go ahead and try to give this a play right now and kind of take you through the experience. The enemies are pretty difficult at this point because I'm kind of fine-tuning and going through the balancing stages of this. But really what my concern is I want to try to figure out a way to make this fun as you go up the floors. So right now I have a game director which basically scales up the game based on how well you do, how many shots you take, how many hits you make, how many hits you make on the enemy, how many headshots you get. Um, right now the objective is to obtain a key in order to get to the next level from one of the guards. There are two types of enemies. One is a patrolling enemy, and one is a guard who's guarding hostages, which you have to rescue, basically. And that's optional. You can just kind of get the key and go to the next floor and kind of keep going. But your score is based on whether or not you complete all the objectives. So if I go out this door, I will actually start the level. So I'm going to open the door, hope nobody heard it. There's a guy right there. I'm going in slow-mo, and I'm going to hit him in the head. So you get points. Now all the other teammates, all the other guys heard it. So I'm going to go and kill them too. And so you can tell I got headshots on them, and based on how far away I am from them, it will determine how many points I get. So you get rewarded for skill shots, basically. Now, once I take the first shot on this floor, everybody on this floor hears it, so they're going to come looking for me. I can play this stealth so that nobody hears me, or I can, try to avoid any kind of conflict. Um, but at this point, I'm just looking for the enemies. Now, I don't know how many enemies there are in this level because they're done procedurally generated. I don't know what their routes are, so I have to actually kind of carefully look around. You can see there's in each floor plan there are open areas where there will be patrols. There's a helicopter that kind of goes by. You can see the light right there, and there are rooms where enemies guards have hostages. In order to get to the next floor, I need to collect the key in order to get to the stairwell. The key is held by guards that are inside these rooms, so I have to be very careful when I'm opening these doors to make sure that I don't kill myself, basically, because they'll be immediately alerted. So there's nobody in here. Again, all these are dynamically generated, definitely in 1990s kind of style. Um, I thought my shadow was a person, which scared me, and that's good. So I see hostages right now. Right now, hostages aren't actually people; they're just cubes because it's a prototype. So I know that there's a bad guy in this room. So I'm going to slow mo, and I got a headshot on him. And I have these cheesy one-liners that I paid a voice actor to voice for me, and that's the key. So now I got the floor key, and now I can actually technically I can go to the next floor. But I want to be a completionist, and I want to actually go through and try to actually kill all the bad guys. So let me make sure, see if there's anybody in here. Nope. So just a little bit how the health works. The health, you obviously when you take damage from enemies, your health goes down. But and then based on your health, that determines how much adrenaline you actually have. And so every time you use adrenaline, the bar goes down, and it slowly goes back up over time. Um, you regain health and adrenaline by completing objectives. So this will influence the player to actually do things that, in the game they're supposed to be doing. So I can actually save a hostage right now, and that'll actually give me points, and it'll give me a boost to health if I needed it. But again, this game does scale hard and it does kind of go up. Let me go to the next floor and I'll kind of show you if it works. Again, this is a prototype. There have been some bugs. Okay, so I'm able to get to the next floor and I'm going into the stairwell and it's dynamically generated the next floor. Again, right now I only have one basic floor plan. Oh, there's a guy who's noticed me. All right, so I see a guy over there on the side. I'm gonna make sure I don't get, because it's really easy for enemies to kind of find you from behind. All right. So as you can see, um, now this guy has the key in this room. So anyway, that's pretty much the gist of it. This is the game so far. I'm looking for ways to make it more fun, more engaging. And as you keep playing, it's going to get harder and harder, but and it's going to have different floor plans and floor layouts and things like that for you to explore and get lost in. But I'm really trying to find out how to make this a more fun experience. I'm trying to work through that. And so this is where it's at right now. And in the coming weeks, I expect to kind of polish it, and I'll be putting it on itch.io and Steam early access to try to make it better and bigger, and hopefully and eventually have leaderboards to see how high people can get in this fictional 1990s action hero tower. Thank you very much.